Hare Krishna. This is a sort of brief notice information that I'm giving on the 9th day of having the COVID-19, and this is the 14th of November. And I thought that it's something that's relevant and important. If things don't go as well as they have been going up to now, in the future, who knows? And sometime in the future, things will actually be going downhill health-wise and ultimately will conclude in death. First of all, I just like to really clarify that I really got a great team of doctors. Those are resident here in New Brajadam. I have doctors in Budapest, I have doctors in London, and doctors in Nottingham. They are a team who I've chosen, requested to consult and deal with my health details and give recommendations and whatever else is required. Very enough. I don't need more doctors. I don't need more medication. I don't need more suggestions. Obviously not to me, not to them, and not to my executors, which are primarily Prithvipati Prabhu, Radha Krishna Prabhu, and there's others who are there in my will, in a living will, and I also have, of course, a regular will, aside from the living will. You don't need to give them advice. You don't need to tell them, here's an alternate medicine, here's a healer, here's a this, here's a that. I'm not into trying all kinds of things. What we've got is fine, and thank you, everyone, for all your care and love. And I think devotees need to be clear that I have selected these doctors and executors because I trust them, and especially the executors who may make decisions which may be life and death decision. If I'm not in a condition to make that, they should be trusted. The devotees should not be concerned about whether they're not going to make a suitable decision. Their decisions will be just fine. And let me clarify what the framework of instructions that I've really left with them. For me, the bottom line, the default, my default position is that come life or death, I'm staying here in New Brajadam. So whatever the outcome, I'm not looking for hospital quality care here. I'm not looking to get all the type of facilities and equipment here that's available in a hospital. I'm fine with what is able to be supplied here. That's my choice. And now let me just include a sort of a mantra that you can keep in mind. It's my right. How I want to live and how I want to leave my body and where I want to leave my body is my right. No one should interfere with that, just like everyone has the same right, and no one should interfere in anyone else's right for that same type of thing. And I see that as being Radha Shyam's will as well. I don't want anyone interfering with that. I want to stay here in New Brajadam. I want to be near Radha Shyam, near the devotees, near the Dham. This is where I'll get sick. This is where I'll get well. This is where I'll die. And there's no problem. And there's no problem with dying. For us, tatada hantara praptiya, then we just continue with service. And I'm very, very happy with that. So in principle, no, I don't want to go to hospitals. In principle, I want to stay here, and if I'm able to make choice, and whenever I make choice, I'll decide what I want. If for some reason I can't make a choice, then the executors can make the choices for me. And whatever they choose is fine. I trust them, so everybody else needs to trust them. Why? Because no one else has a right to interfere in my decision-making at this stage of life. Will I go to a hospital? Yes. I've gone to hospitals on numerous occasions in the past. And of course, circumstances now with virus are really quite different. So I really have to consider well my options. But if necessary, and if I want to, then I will go. And if my team wants me to go, then they can arrange. But otherwise, preferably not. So this is, I think, a reasonable request, something that devotees can keep in mind. Well, right now, I'm not great, but I'm doing reasonably well. You can see I've got a certain level of energy. If it's not COVID, it'll be something else, because sooner or later, we're going to go. So I just want to at least make this clear. It's something that is already clear in writing, in my wills, living will, as well as my will, so I become deceased. And I thank everyone for respecting that. And I thank everyone for all their love and care and their concern. But remember, it's my right. No one should interfere with my right in making this decision at this stage of life. Hare Krishna.